Do you see that out there in the corner? There's a big puddle of gold on the edge there. That's really cool. God, seeing this right off the bat, I bet we might find some really nice ones. Parker Schnabel's latest gold discovery is a complete game changer, but the story behind it is even more unbelievable. It all started with a $15 million bet that went wrong from day one with broken machines and mounting debt. We will reveal the electrifying tree-shaped nugget that gave his crew hope. But you won't believe what they had to do to a massive boulder to find an even bigger prize. Their greatest victory would in an instant become their most costly mistake. Frozen fortune, frozen hell. It all started with a map. A few drill results from a piece of land called Dominion Creek hinted at a monster score. We're talking about a 7,500-acre property in the Yukon with a legendary reputation. For years, miners whispered that there could be as much as 80,000 ounces of gold buried there. At today's prices, that's over $160 million. When the entire operation, the land, the equipment, and the mining camp, unexpectedly went up for sale, Parker Schnabel saw the opportunity of a lifetime. So, he did something crazy. He pushed all his chips to the center of the table and spent $15 million on the whole thing. It was the biggest gamble of his life. You mine really well, and you'll make a go of it. Okay, let's do it. Thank you. Congratulations. His goal was to pull out 5,000 ounces in a single season. A haul that would make him a legend. But here's the kicker. All that gold was supposedly buried 40 foot down, locked in permafrost as hard as concrete. From the moment they broke ground, Dominion Creek felt cursed. It's funny when you think about it. When you spend that kind of money, you expect a little good luck. Not here. Parker's first plan was to run old tailings, leftover piles from previous miners, thinking it would be an easy start. The ground was already thawed, and he hoped for some quick gold to build momentum. But the land had other ideas. Almost immediately, the machine started to fall apart. One after another, the workhorses of the operation went down. The teeth on an excavator bucket snapped clean off. A hydraulic hose on a bulldozer exploded, spraying burning hot oil everywhere. Every day brought a new expensive breakdown. With every minute a machine was down, the clock was ticking and the money was draining away. The pressure was unbelievable. One minute, Parker was a mining prodigy who just made a boss move. Next, he was staring down the barrel of a $15 million disaster with no gold to show for it. The mood in the camp was grim. You could feel the stress in the air. The crew was working around the clock, patching up broken equipment in the freezing cold, all while the dream of a big payday was slipping through their fingers. What is going on here? This right here, this is a tensioner. This keeps this motor isolated. And, you can see it's broken. They were burning through cash for fuel, parts, and wages. But the gold pans were coming up empty. It wasn't just a slow start. It was a catastrophic failure right out of the gate. Parker, the king of the Klondike, was on the ropes, and everyone knew it. He had bet everything on this ground, and the ground was fighting back with a vengeance. He had a huge team to support, and now their morale was hitting rock bottom. It's one thing to work hard when you see results, but it's another to break your back for nothing. People started to wonder if Parker had made a huge mistake. Was the legendary Dominion Creek just a myth? Had he been sold a $15 million lemon? The dream of pulling 5,000 ounces seemed like a joke. At this point, they'd be lucky to break even. This wasn't just a bad week. It was a full-blown crisis that threatened to sink the entire operation before it ever really began. He had to find a way to turn things around and fast. The beast from down under. Hard work alone wasn't going to fix this. Parker knew his old reliable wash plant, Big Red, was a legend in its own right. But it wasn't built for a monster operation like this. It was too small and too slow, and it was starting to break down just like everything else. As Big Red was falling apart with broken tension bars, Parker made a move no one saw coming. He flew halfway.